Hear your voice. What's going on today?
Hello, Maya. Do you hear me properly?
Hi there.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay, so nice.
Okay, so यहाँ पे
So, my name is.
I can hear.
सुन लो
I can hear.
First I introduction. First I give you my introduction. Then we start the topic of today. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good.
Okay.
Go ahead with your introduction first.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Okay. So
Take your time.
So my name is Tajala Wali and I am a proud student at Johannesburg campus, and today I am joining Kalani with you. So we have one new topic. Topic name is the evolution of a quiet command. Let's start. In a small village tucked between whispering trees and winding paths, there lived a girl named Amina who had a curious habit. She listened she listened more than she spoke, while others rushed to fill silence with chatter. Her grandmother,
Sounds
Amina found comfort in the spaces between words. Her grandmother often said, "Silence has its own language if you are enough patient, patient enough to hear it." But Amina did not fully understand that. Not yet. The first shh. One evening,
catching.
as the golden sun dipped behind the hills, Amina followed her grandmother into the forest. The air was cool, the leaves rustled, rustled
I'm
softly, and somewhere far away a night bird called, "Grandmother, why are we here?" Amina whispered. Her grandmother gently placed a finger to her lips. Shh. It was first time Amina noticed the word not as command, but as an invitation. They stood still. At first, Amina heard nothing but her own breathing, but slowly something changed. The silence began to fill itself. She heard the wind waving through branches, the soft crackle of leaves under tiny feet, the rhythm of nature alive and breathing. That was not telling her to stop, it was teaching to start listening. The meaning behind the sound. As Amina grew older, she began to notice how often teachers used it in classrooms to quiet noisy students. Parents use it to calm restless babies. Friends use it in moments of secrets and surprises. But not everyone used it kindly. Sometimes was sharp, mean, to silence, to dismiss, to ignore. Amina began to wonder how
I think
how
there
would
might.
how could one one simple sound carry so much meaning. The journey through time. One day, while studying old books in the in the town library, Amina discovered something fascinating. Across different cultures and
I'm
language,
still.
people had always created sounds like shh to call for silence. In an in ancient gatherings, leaders would hush crowds not with long speeches but with a simple gesture and sound. In scared places, silence was not emptiness. It was respect, reflection, and connection. She realized was not just a word, it was one of the oldest human signals, older than many spoken languages. It was instinct when silence speaks loudest. Years later, Amina became a storyteller, but unlike others, she did not rush her tales. She left pauses in intentional, meaningful pauses. One evening, while telling a story to a group of children, the room grew restless. Voices rose, whispers spread. Amina smiled gently and said, "Shh." But she did not say it loudly. She said it softly, almost like a breeze. And something unexpected happened. The room quieted, not out of fear, but curiosity. In that silence, the children leaned in closer. Their eyes widened, their, their minds opened. Amina continued, but now her story had something more. Space of imagination. So, the lesson. After the gathering, a young boy approached her. Why do you say shh like that? He asked. It does not feel like you are telling us to be quiet. Amina knelt beside him and said, because I am not stopping you from speaking, I am inviting you to hear something deeper. The true evolution over time, Amina understood what her grandmother meant all those years ago. Shh had evolved not just as a command